Hello, church. We're looking at Exodus chapters 33 and 34 today in our daily Bible reading. Here we see a renewal of sorts. Moses has to recreate the 2 tablets that God created containing the 10 commandments on it because he broke them in the frustration of seeing the people rebel and build the golden calf. We see this covenant renewed, that God reassures Israel of his promise to them and his expectations of them, of how they are to be obedient to what he says. And the conclusion of chapter 34 tells this description of Moses and his countenance, his appearance, with his constant interactions with God. And so I want to read the final paragraph of chapter 34, starting in verse 34. It says, whenever Moses went in before the Lord to speak with him, he would remove the veil until he came out. And when he came out and told the people of Israel what he has commanded, the people of Israel would see the face of Moses, that the skin of Moses' face was shining, and Moses would put the veil over his face again until he went in to speak with him. This amazing description of the fact that Moses' physical appearance is altered when he's in the presence of God. God's glory so shone and was so bright that it infected Moses' skin. And it was so strange for the people that he was required to put this veil on so they wouldn't be so afraid of God's glory shining through Moses as he was exuding the presence of God. We see a glimpse of this in the New Testament, where on the Mount of Transfiguration, Jesus' glory is slightly revealed to Peter, James, and John up on that mountaintop. This amazing fact of when you're in God's presence, you can't help but pour out who God is. And that is even our hope for our daily Bible reading, that as we get into God's Word, as we get into prayer, that we will exude God's presence with those that we come in contact, that we will speak differently, we will act differently, we will care differently, we will love differently, because we are living in accordance with God and we're exuding His characteristics with a lost and broken and hurting world, and building up the church however we are gifted by God, as we looked at the expertise that He gives us in all these areas. So be mindful that we can exude God's presence with others each and every day. All right, church, have a great day.